about in here? Futures broker. Now, I was a CME broker from 2006 and 2009. I was handling a lot of client FKLI and CPO trade. My monthly turnover was about 100 over 1,000. But that pays the bill. Being a future, because you're able to long and short. Now, this is from Australia side. Around 2016, futures trader, right, was one of the big earners, just slightly more than the male part, being magistrate and professional surfer, illustrator. So there is a lot of what we call, you can see here, right, the Australian Taxation Office says that futures trader is doing very well. And how do they do well, right? Because it is a job, a very professional job. You can treat it and able to make good income with it, because you're able to long when the market is up, mean going up, you're able to short when the market is going down. And how do we do that? So one of the benefits for trading futures in here, it's suitable for full-time day career, homemakers, students, and new millennium. And the context we're going to talk about tonight is trading the evening session. We did talk about, in the earlier round, we talked about stocks, which is during office hour. Some people say 9 to 5, I'm busy. Can you have something between after dinner, 8 o'clock? That's why we also do our talk tonight at 8 o'clock. We're getting a fair bit of people coming through. So 8 p.m. to midnight, where you trade 3 to 4 hours. Generally, a small capital needed, which normally you do it after work at home. Very short working duration. You trade whenever you have time and convenience. And it is a risky profession, because we want to treat trading just like we talk about the profession. If the profession is highly well paid, you don't have to start as full-time yet. You work your way in, okay? Work your way in, learn the trade, all right? And then do it more professionally, have a system, have a risk management, and then the reward will come in, right? And if you look back the same calendar, okay, for that opportunity, I'm saying, look, for the last 1 week, just like the concept of fishing, you look at the equipment, the chance is on your side when you have a good system in here. And out of that, today is Sunday. We have one losing trade. We have October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd, October 4th. So if you look here, we are trading the crude oil CME, total gross win, okay? We're not going to talk about the commissions. The commissions are quite low too. 1 point is 10 US dollar. First trade, we lost 13 points. 125, 172, 36, 47. These are all the fishes, just like what we call the 100 points, the 125 points, the 172 points are what we call the price catches. Okay, we do have losses, that's for sure, because this is all is about a chance. Now, those of you who can't see right at the bottom here, we made about 367 pips. 1 pips, actually 1 point. Actually, I'm so used to the forex. 1 point is 10 US dollar. So 10 US dollar is 367, okay? Because you are earning in US dollar times 4.15, that makes you about $15,000 profit in the fast run. These are potential, okay? Potential. If you did the right thing, you can make the kind of thing. We are looking at it from a very positive angle, okay? It may be less, maybe more, or maybe you don't make any money at all. But what I'm trying to say here, the potential, again, just sharing with you how you can get this done, is that one contract for the crude oil is 19,000 ringgit. I know it's very high. That's why we're going to go to the second example. But what I'm sharing with you in here, for the few hours that you can do, you can make $15,000. That's almost 80% profit in 1 week. That's right. 15,230 gross. To be frank with you, one contract is 10 US dollar. One way, to and fro is 20. So if you take $20 off, it's not going to be much of a difference, right? And you can trade TradingView. You got the signals all in there. All you got to do is do the trading simulation. Check it out, train and train and train. All right. So this is where we talk about the capital outlay and cost and commission from 30th of September to 4th of October, right? The capital outlay is 4,500 US dollar for a light sweet crude oil. All right, you times 4.5, so you're looking about 18 or 19,000. We round up to 19,000. So we recommend you to have 2 times the margin, right? So around what, 36 to $40,000 ringgit contract to trade one contract. But the potential is that you can make back 15,000 ringgit, right? 15,000 ringgit. So this is where some of them are. We talk to some of the trader and they say, hey, you know, I can really trade full time, man. Well, I can quit my jobs. But don't quit your jobs, please, okay? Don't quit your jobs. Still do the day jobs, whatever. At least you get one income. But right at night, from 8 o'clock, after when you're dinner, you know, after you're taking care of the family, this is where you have the extra 3-4 hours. and you have the TradingView in front of you, which you can subscribe to it. And those of you who don't have Pentagon Guide may want to, interested and talk to our team in here and see how you do that. All right. So, okay. So the two products that work very well with our context is the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange Group, where we trade two products here. Now these two products work very well with our TradingView, as I said before, and also they are halal, I believe. Okay, one is gold and one is crude oil futures. All right. So again, you need to go back for a Muslim friend in here. You may want to go back and check out whether can you trade futures or not. But I do know the CPO is halal. So gold and futures is, I believe, is halal, but do check it out in there. And what we talk about in here. Now, if you look at the average crude oil futures, okay, average daily volume, it's substantial. You look back in 2017, 2008, the growth is tremendous. ADV, average daily volume, that has gone up, and open interest, that the number of people holding those interests also has gone up too. You can see that's very, very positive. So, and then after next that, you look at the MicroGo. Now, why not Big Go and MicroGo? I'm going to share with you the reason why MicroGo and not Big Go is because of the startup capital. That's about it, right? And also suitable, the volume is available. You can see the average volume also increasing in there. MicroGo, which is traded on the CME in here as of 30th of August. So this is the part. So 5 steps to how to get started. Now, to get started in trading futures, first thing, you make sure how you understand futures contract work. Select a few market that you want to trade, construct a trading plan, and then practice on the simulator, and then find a broker. So those are the steps that we want to go through with you tonight. Okay, how the contracts work is very simple. We normally explain that, like today. You can go back and read about it. Few markets to trade. That's the most tricky part. Which one is profitable? All right, clue. Like crude oil and MicroGo, we're going to show you, and then later on we can do a trading plan too. Trade on a simulator. This is where the second part of the practice comes in, trading on a simulator. So these are the 5 steps that you can learn. Take a picture of this one in here very quickly and select a broker. Now this is where the tricky part is. We find out there is a broker in Malaysia that you can trade CME using TradingView and connected directly, and that's what one of the things we want to introduce to our members in here. You don't even need to go outside of the country. You can actually have everything done in Malaysia, all right, and establish futures trading account. So what's next after this workshop? Okay, after tonight, what you want to do, able to open an account with a local broker in Malaysia, which is backed by local service and support. All right, you have trading technology integration to the backend, and there are many benefits behind that. Those of you who are our member, you probably know about it, right? Then you get on to some basic how the futures work. Then you can use our TradeVSA Pentagon system. If you don't have it, you can maybe thought about it, because we have a good working strategy, which I'll share with you after the next few slides, that works very well with the crude oil and also the MicroGo. And one thing great about TradingView is that you don't need to go in to operate on the manual data entry trading forms, because futures is going to be fast. You can actually trade visually. I'm going to show you just one example here how to do that. Okay, now this is the TradingView trade by chart visually. You can see right on top there, you can see you can trade here, trading, buy and sell, and you can draw all the tools. So this is where you don't even need to access, and that's what we really want to start establishing this as a possible platform for those who want to trade the CME from 8 to noon, and during the daytime, those who want to trade the stocks, you can do that. So what we're trying to do is just share with you some ideas that making it possible through our avenue here. So again, let's look at the first one, actionable trading plan for the light crude oil and MicroGo. Of course, there are many other products, but we have done some initial testing in here to share with you the opportunity are there. Okay. So let's talk about the concept of fishing first. I think many of you who have been fishing, but it's important to look at it. Now, first is that when you go fishing, how many of you actually do fishing? Right? How many of you actually do fishing? Now, those who do fishing, you understand. Now, first thing you do when you go fishing, you got to pay attention to your equipment, your fishing rod, your fishing, the fishing string, your bait, and so forth, right? So the same thing, when you are trading, what are your equipments you are using? Your data feed, okay? Your trading screens. You're using a big one, a small one, okay? And what time frame are you looking at? Stay disciplined and stick to a plan. Even for fisher, they're actually very disciplined. When you go on the fish, they will know where to look for this fish. If they were to fish from the side of the pond, or if they are going to be fishing from the center of the pond. Okay, and depending, assuming you're fishing on a pond, but if in the sea, there will be a different plan. So you must have a plan, okay, stick to a plan. And then keep your eyes on the prize fishes, the big one. Of course, this is where you always want to get the big fish, right? Am I correct? That's what we're all about, creating passive income, right? And this is something we talk a lot in our work, in the follow-up workshop on the coaching and mentoring in here. We want to get those gold ball, all right? And recognize the chances of success with odds on your side. Remember, whatever we do in fishing, we don't get fish all the time, correct or not? But the odds is on our side. Why? If you have the right equipment, you stick to the plan and you always try to go for the big fishes, okay? The prize fish. And then you have good chance. But there will be time when you come back, you get nothing at all. And then that's very important, the concept of fishing in trading. And fifth, just align back to the Maslow theory. Don't give up too easily too. I think that's important. Don't give up too easily. So in here, let's look at the trading opportunity. Now today is this day. We are on Sunday 6th. Now I just want to look back just 5 days ago, right? 30th of September to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of Friday. Okay. And there's every night 8 o'clock to 12 midnight, there's trading opportunity as long as the market starts. Tomorrow, Monday, you can start trading again. Now, this is where we look at it. Now, using the, I'm not going to go to all the sign and strength, sign and weakness. You can catch us another workshop. But this is where I want to share with you at what we call this time frame, okay? 9 o'clock, okay? 9:30, you can see once on just trading on 5-minute chart on 30th September. The first trade lasted about 1 hour, 14 minutes. We lost about 13 pips. Okay, I'm going to get down to the pips after this. Okay, so one trade on 30th September. Next trade, we got in around 9 o'clock, 9:30. When the signal came in, we can short. Hold it for 3 hours technically, all right? And then when the green pentagon, we get out. Sorry, when the green pentagon here, we exit, we short here. On the 5-minute charts, 3 hours, 125 pips. And on 2nd October, 5-minute chart, when the red pentagon, we shorted 3 hour 10 minutes, just 3 hour 10 minutes, okay? So which means 11:30 you close shop, all right? Started around 8:30, 9 o'clock when the market started 172 points. And 3rd October, 5-minute chart, 2 hour 25 minutes, because the whole point is to keeping the period very, very short here, 36 pips, all right? 5 minutes, 4th October, 47 pips. Oh, next we're going to talk about is the MicroGo. All right. Now, MicroGo, same thing. Start off around 22. This is 10 o'clock. When you see the Pentagon in here, 5 minutes, 1 hour. You should finish work about 11:30. 161 pips. That's the 30th of September. Another one, 89 pips. Okay, on the 5-minute chart, and exceeded then. Here's another one, 2nd of October, 63 pips, 45 minutes. All right. And here you make a loss, 3 pips. Okay, you can trade after 12 o'clock, but we're saying you just want to trade here. Now for the MicroGo, you look at it, this is 6th of September, you look at the calendar, we just look back 1 week, you have 3 fishes, no trading on the 3rd, and you have 1 loss, L. So if you take those 161, 89, 63 minus 3, that's 310 points. But in MicroGo, you only get $1. This is something I feel that very excited for the beginners to eventually trade this, but of course do the trading simulation first. So 310 US dollar times 4.5, you get 1,280 ringgit, and the capital outlay is only 1,005 ringgit for the MicroGo. That's why it's called MicroGo, right? So I think this is so much cheaper, and you get a lot of volatility in that compare if you do it. Now remember, in Malaysia, the FKLI and CPO is about $4,000. In this, you're earning US dollar and it's only 1,500. And the best thing is you can open up the account in Malaysia through a local broker, which is one of the biggest banks in Malaysia too. All right, I'm not going to tell you which one is it, and this is where it comes in. All right, so I'm sure you're going to say, look, Martin, you're just showing me all the good side. How about the bad side? All right, of course, I'm showing you the good side. There will be bad side. That's what we do in our mentoring and coaching. Remember, you don't grow when things are easy. We only grow when we face challenges. And that's what the message in here. All this Maslow theory, all this recession in here, we are there to help you through the difficult times and the challenges. But opportunity is there. Would you take that road? That's what a lot of things we have to unlearn. Okay, when you unlearn those things and learn new things, you will grow, right? It's not going to be easy, right? Just that last week was good. Going forward, we will have to do more back tests. That's where you can test it yourself, and some of these are already in our system, which work very well, Pentagon Guider. Okay, now again, always talk about the coaches. Now, one of the things that our members is that we do a lot, we're starting with a new syllabus in here, monthly coaching and mentoring session with trading simulation, and that's what we want to do. So the next workshop we're doing will be October 21st, and here you can see pictures where the traders comes in. We get them to trade using their handphones. As I said before, the handphone is a very, very powerful tool to have, and this is where they trade. We have a lot lesson learned, and we get the participant to feedback to us, and then next month they continue learning. I think this is something that we find that a lot of people don't do that. They do the 3-day course. We still do the 3-day course. You can see we have the 3-day course November 2nd, 3rd and 5th in 2019, but we have monthly coaching and mentoring, which is quite unique, the face-to-face. Those of you who are outstation, we still do the live FB too. Okay, now at the end of the day, it's all totaling about the cost of doing a small business at home. Okay, totaling the cost of doing business at home. You can see education and tools, you budget about 6K a year. Capital one time off 30 to 40,000 just for minimum of one contract. Other expenses like commission, data feed. I was told the NILEX and the CME data feed real time is FOC if you open with this broker. Okay, and the office, if you're doing it at home, the electricity, internet is very minimum, right? The trading platform costs about 150 to 200 ringgit. This is the CME platform, which you have to, go into it because they're giving you all this data feed and so forth. So because if you buy directly, the data is about 150, 200. But if you play for the platform, it's kind of be good. So at the end of the day, just like the concept of fishing, there will be up month and down month. Now the example that I showed you last week was probably a good month. There will be month that is down, but important is risk management. Just like trader, I shared with you early on. Trader, futures trader in Australia is one of the biggest earner. And why that? Why is that? Because they treat it like a business. There is tools, there's education they need to put out, there's capital, there's expenses, then you get profit and loss. Just like the fishing concept. And this is something that what I did back in 2006, 2008. This is what I did. I started up my business in CME futures, where we can get, the time there was not much of a big internet those days, so we really have to be in the office in CME in Jalan Semantang, and that's where we traded the platforms. I think some of the coaches will know. And then we just, every month we calculate the profit and loss, right? But the thing is, today, you don't have to quit the job. You can stay at home, 8 to 10 o'clock. And that's the time we talk about and able to do this. So these are some of the costing that you want to consider and look into it, that you can actually do it, which is, I believe, a small cost. Just take your time. You want to take 1 year or 2 years, right? But I'm just showing you the money. I show you the money. On the MicroGo, it's about 1,000 ringgit a week. Okay. Now on the light crude oil, it's about what, 15K? Maybe if you're lucky in that month, you get about 20, 30K. Now, tell me how many people can make 20 or 30K a month, right? Doing 3-4 hour jobs at home. Even a CEO also cannot, right? Correct. No? And with the volatility on the market, with the system that you have of coaching, you stand a very good chance. All right. So treat fishing like a small business operator. What you're doing trading is like like fishing. You got to pay attention to your equipment. That's why you have to pay for it, $120. And then the skills, they stay disciplined, stick to a plan, look for the big fishes. Remember, everything's by chance, and most important, don't give up. Just like the concept of fishing.